What we need is bold action on housing. What we got was a tax cut and barely covers a week's worth of groceries. What we need is a national strategy to end homelessness. What we got was a throne speech that did not include a housing plan for seniors. Madam Speaker, the Conservative Party believes in real affordability. That means building more affordable housing, especially for seniors, so they can move into comfortable, cost-effective communities. This not only improves their quality of life and reduces isolation, but also frees up existing homes for first-time homebuyers. By creating dedicated senior housing, we can build vibrant communities where seniors live with dignity and connection, while also opening doors for younger generations to enter the housing market. A car is not a home. A parking lot is not a retirement plan. We must prioritize affordability to ensure that seniors have access to nutritious foods and a secure livelihood. This support can help reduce isolation and restore dignity. I met a senior in my riding who skips meals to afford her medication. Her pension isn't enough, and stories like this are common. Yet, Bill C-4 offers no support, no hope. This isn't just a mistake. It shows the government's priorities are wrong. The only way low-income seniors are going to afford living is by reducing the tax on affordability. As Shadow Minister of Seniors, I say this Liberal government must do better. Seniors aren't asking for charity. They want fairness and dignity. After years of contributing to Canada, this bill fails them. I call for changes to include real help for seniors or a new bill that puts them first. Colleagues, imagine this. You've worked your entire life looking forward to a well-earned retirement only to find that you can't afford it. You quietly struggle to make ends meet, not wanting to burden your loved ones with your hardship. What happens when your career has moved on without you and your income no longer covers your basic needs? This is the reality for far too many seniors. We must restore dignity to those who paved the way for us. Let's ensure...
And we are out of time. Questions and comments. The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Yes, so thank you, Madam Speaker. Before I was a little bit hesitant, now I'm 100% sure. In regards to the legislation does in fact provide that tax relief for individual first-time home buyers when you're dealing with condos and in fact co-ops. So that is something that was kind of raised as a possible suggestion from the Conservative Party. So, and that's why I say when you take a look at the legislation and the ideas that are within this particular bill, I would think that the Conservative Party would feel comfortable in supporting. And my question to the member is, does she support the principles of this bill herself, and can she reflect in terms of what the Conservative Party's feelings are on this legislation?
Good question.
The Honourable Member for King Vaughan.
Madam Speaker, I would like my honourable colleague to speak to Angela and Phillip and explain to them why they're living in their car. Their $800 savings won't even pay for 1 month's worth of increase in the rent. So how do we explain this to the seniors that are living in their car and having to hide so that they don't burden their families?
Questions and comments. The Honourable Member for Edmonton West.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I want to thank my colleague from King Vaughan for her excellent speech, especially her advocacy for seniors. I actually introduced a private member's bill in the 42nd Parliament to eliminate the mandatory RIF withdrawals entirely. It would help seniors. I want to note that every single member of the Liberal Party voted against that and actually voted against affordability for seniors. But getting back to this bill, one of the failures of C2 is that every penny of these tax cuts is coming from borrowed money. The Conservative plan was actually costed where we were going to reduce reliance on Liberal-friendly consulting companies instead of packing on the debt. I wonder if my colleague thinks that perhaps instead of adding more debt, that the Liberals should actually cut back the billions that they're giving to their friends at McKinsey and other management consulting companies.
The honourable member for King Vaughan.
Thank you to my honourable colleague. I think that's an excellent question, and I agree. The life expectancies of individuals has grown from my time in the financial industry from 73 years for men and 75 for women into their late 80s. So the RSP suggestion makes sense. Give them more time to save money and reduce the opportunity for them to have to live on a fixed income later on in their life. As far as the budget is concerned, why do we have all these individuals that are employed by the government to help us do our job when they have to spend billions of dollars hiring these consultants that at the end of the day, we get nothing for it?